borders are just within reach now of paradise above these.
Eric the Pooh, who made that song and also made the Popathon video, just edited his first video again, going up today, going up within like 20 minutes. So that's to him. Yeah, let's talk about X in just a second. Just a second. I gotta say, hey, how's everybody doing? Fervent C, EJ Hardy, Doper, The Veil, Benwood, Punch, John Kaufman. This is gonna be an X video. Everyone pop some X. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Wait, can't wait to watch some X videos and do X. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. How's everybody doing? How's your weekend? I did not stream on Saturday and Sunday, which means I have no idea of what's going on. You're live. Big long time infinite money glitch segue viewer. I only did one. I did that one time. Who saw Barbenheimer? I only saw Barbie, which is like I need to see. I feel like I'm the Anaheim. I feel like if you had to guess, I would be the Anaheim guy. But I only saw Barbie, so I have to see Oppenheimer. I'm seeing it because IMAX was out of seats, and I wanted to see IMAX, so I'm seeing it this weekend, coming weekend. Barbie was good. I liked it. Okay, I'm going to tell you my honest Barbie story before we get into Marketing Monday, which will be starting in like, let's say 10 minutes, all right? 10 minutes. We have a good Marketing Monday about X and everything and Elon Musk and the most insane thing I've ever heard. So I went to see Barbie, double date, Nick Wang from Mogul, the accountant, and his lovely wife Shirley, and they were really nice. And he gave me a huge fucking gummy. Like an edible right as the movie started, okay? And to be honest, I haven't done anything weed related. I've been fucking straight edge as hell for a while, like, you know, many months. So I'm a huge lightweight. I'm a huge lightweight right now. And so this gummy, which was, I don't know, 10 milligrams or something, starts kicking in. So I won't spoil the movie, but my take on the movie is that the first half of the movie is like what Mattel wanted. You know, it's like pretty normal, kind of paint by number, like what you'd expect. It's what I expected. Like not bad, but just normal, like exactly what. And then the last half of the movie is clearly what the director wanted, where it gets like experimental, it gets artsy. Like the later the movie goes on, more it gets more into what I think Greta Gerwig was trying to make and had to get. And I like the second half. The second half was much more interesting to me. You know, it made me think about stuff and have interesting introspective thought. It was good, but I couldn't tell how much of those thoughts were from the power of the movie or from the power of the gummy. Because right at the end of the movie, I was like sinking into my chair thinking about like, you know, the whole fucking gender paradigm. And then on the way home, I was driving and I was thinking to it, and I was like, I've never thought this much about a movie driving home. Usually I'm like, oh, who gives a shit? Move on. I'm like thinking, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, it was a very short drive. And so anyway, I get home and I'm just sitting there thinking about it. And then I Ubered from there. And we went out to a bar and I was like, it was stuck in my head the whole night. The movie was stuck in my head the whole fucking night. And I think it was the gummy, dude. So I don't know if the movie is incredibly powerful or if it's just the gummy, but I found it to be interesting. It made me think about it. And again, I don't know if the movie even tackles the subject perfectly, but I thought it was compelling, the second half. And it made me think about stuff from other perspectives. So I thought it was cool. But I want to see Oppenheimer. I'm very excited to see Oppenheimer. I heard Oppenheimer's very good. I heard Einstein's in it, and he like winks at the camera and says, "I'm Einstein." His classic catchphrase, E equals MC squared, and everyone claps. So I'm pretty excited for that. Everyone cheers. It's like an MCU crossover event with all the great scientists of history. Yeah, it sounds hype. I heard Einstein like builds like a power suit and then uses it to fight like Hitler straight up, and he beats him and says, "This one's for America." So that I'm fucking super stoked for that. I am a little worried about how long it is. A 3-hour epic. I don't know about you guys, but I occasionally watch TikToks. So my brain's rotted to the core. And 3 hours is a tough road to hoe. It's well paced, but I'm excited. I'm seeing this weekend IMAX, so pretty stoked. That was it. I had a fun night. You know, we did scooter bar hopping, where you take those scooter app companies that are probably going to be out of business soon and you scooter around bar to bar. That was fun. Not to spoil it, but something blows up. I know nothing of history, so I'm excited to find out what. Are you going to see Oppenheimer the way Nolan intended? Yeah, I decided I was going to watch it like on a Nokia flip phone in an airport bathroom. That's my plan, you know? I watched it on my 3DS. That's sick. You can even it would be cool if you're like playing a game while watching it. That way your mind's stimulated, you know? He respects his vision. Do you think Scorsese watched Barbie? That's a great question. I don't know. But I think Barbie's an interesting enough film that he could find stuff to like in it. It had more again, you know, show don't tell is my one criticism is like, especially in the first half, it's a lot of like direct look in the camera and tell the audience kind of the point you want to make. But then it kind of twists on itself in the last half. So I liked second half much more. So I think you'd enjoy it. I think you'd have something to learn from it. And also the Ken part was just with the dance was incredible. It was like incredible choreography. You thought the first half was way better? Yeah, I guess for me, it's not even about better. It's about how I went into that movie expecting exactly what the first half was. The second half really surprised me. I was like surprised Mattel let it through. And that was cool. I'm more interested in like the meta movie of the movie, which is like the director has a vision, but also this thing has to make money and is designed to sell dolls. Like this whole thing is paid for by a corporation that wants to make money selling dolls. It's a Mattel product. How do you know, it can't be too controversial. I don't know. I was just interested. I was just surprised the second half got through. Not that it was like more fun. It was just more interesting to me. Anyway, where's Hollow Knight Paracourt this week? For sure this week. Yeah, I mean, they openly shit on the CEO. Yeah, true. Yeah, a big part of the movie is like shitting on the fact that, you know, all the executives of Mattel are old white dudes. It's like a running plot point. Outer Wilds win? Bro, I have no idea. But I'm playing Hollow Knight this week. Okay, let me see. Let me get this set up here. Just give me a fucking segundo. Okay. Yep. Sorry, I'm tweaking one slide. I'm tweaking one slide, which I think is very interesting and funny. Hey, everyone introduce yourselves. Introduce yourselves around the room. Name one fun fact about yourself while I fucking move this slide, okay? Is that fine? Just fucking icebreaker or something. You know? Hi, my name is Tim and I like MTG. My cousin is non-binary. That's your fun fact about yourself, is that your cousin is non-binary. That you didn't do anything for that. That has nothing to do with you. I was tickled by the queen when I was a baby. That's an interesting fun fact. How did that come about? Are you a prince? I can't imagine she just tickles every baby that comes by her. Okay. I just need one more thing, and that is this. Okay, good. All right, it's good. Okay. You invented an atomic bomb. That's crazy because it seems like you're late. Doesn't it feel like you're late? Hey, Clueless Char, thank you for the 9 months. Hey, at 5 months sub, I asked for a high five. I've asked for one every sub since. Stop ignoring me. Thank you for the 9 months sub. Clipped. Truly is the bro fist of our modern generation. SV3PO, thank you for the 7 months. Can I get a high five too? Let's not make this a thing. One more. Mrs. Sprinkle, thank you for the 12 months. My sub is finally old enough to drive. That doesn't make sense, right? If it was 21 months, I could see what you were saying. Month equals year. But 12 months is just 1 year. Either you're 12 years old, doesn't work, or 12 months old, doesn't work. Add sub message. Thank you very much. Fizzy Pink Burrito, thank you for the prime. CDT Papette, thank you for the 11 months. Ironis, thank you for the 14 months. Do you think X is encroaching on the big A brand because they're both letters? Interesting. Well, I'm glad my name isn't Big X. I'll stick to what I've got. Corasola, thank you for the 20 months. Rocktavius, thank you for the 19. Eric, I gotta get these sub notifications out of the way because I not do them when I'm doing Marketing Monday. Eric Sells, thank you for the 23 months. Darth J for the 17. Sketchy, thank you for the 3. X gonna give it to you, but we're gonna talk about it. There's just so much interesting stuff. H-Truck, could you tell that I consulted Elon on this branding? Yeah. Yeah, you definitely paid your $50,000 fee. You crushed it, Vale. Doesn't Alphabet own X by default? That's what their corporate soldiers will say in 2045, okay? When the Google troops burst your house and say we own the alphabet. But for now, he's fine. Sorry. Eating food. 8:15. 8:15 I start. Solar, thank you for the 4 months. Steven Seagal official. Thank you for the 16 months. Could you read my fun fact? All right, fine. Your fun fact was, nope. Nope, not reading that. No. In fact, I'm going to time you out. Thank you for the 16 months, but you are timed out. No, it wasn't that bad, but it was stupid. Can we do a Parkening Tuesday where we talk about how expensive parketing is? No. No, I'm not going to do a Parkening Tuesday to commiserate with you about expensive parking. Though, I will say, we never uploaded this Marketing Monday, but we did do a Marketing Monday talking about how the fact the city of Chicago sold the profits from all its parking meters to Saudi Arabia for the next, 30 years? And then within, 6 years, that was already profitable. 75 years, 75 years, yeah. The next, till 2075 or something, all of the profits from Chicago's parking goes to Saudi Arabia, and they paid like a few billion for it, and they're already in the green. It's one of the stupidest fucking things that a local city government has ever done. It's insane. So now everybody that parks in Chicago for the next 75 years is sending the money to Saudi Arabia because they needed money. They needed money in the short term. Oh man, it makes me angry. It makes, I feel like the government, Joe Biden should be able to step in and just break that contract. It's so ridiculous. Are you ever gonna revisit the streaming wars and Marketing Monday? Of course. Of course. I mean, right now the streaming wars, I'll give you that very short update. That's like Netflix is doing okay because Netflix has a globally distributed way, e.g., strike busting in other countries to get around the writer's strike. So, Netflix is the only one gaining subs right now. Everyone else is kind of bleeding subs. I mean, Disney just lost like 5 million subs, Disney Plus, largely from India, but still some in the West. Everyone else is losing money. Thank you for the gifties. The Monkey Man, thank you for the 5 gifties. Netflix is doing all right. We'll see how long the strike lasts and what that means. They should do a subathon. Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos just fucking... Everyone opens up their Netflix app and it's just Ted on the couch in a wife beater, just fucking scratching his balls, fucking drinking coffee, 24/7, full day live stream, sleeping. Just to fill the hours you'd watch. I think if I got involved, that would shift the power to the union. Thoughts on that, A-Track? All right. I have no thoughts on that. I will say this. This is a sneak peek. I'm going to be doing... today, it's all about a full Marketing Monday on... Twitter and X, okay? There's a lot to go into on that. Tomorrow, I think I'll be doing a wins and fails additionally, and I'll give you a sneak preview on one of them, which is that The Rock, I wish I had the mana button still, donated the single largest donation from an individual person ever to the actors strike. It's a huge W. He put in like 7 figures, at least $10 million. Now, for The Rock, makes $1 million per Instagram post. He donated 10 Instagram posts, at least, which is amazing. It's not, for the level of wealth he's at, it's not, I'm sorry, 8 figures. I'm sorry, 8 figures. It's not hyperbole. He does make $1 million per Instagram post. Yeah, it's impressive. I mean, it's cool. He literally is like donating money directly so that people in the strike can have their food and apartments help pay for it. Like they get a certain stipend while they're striking so they can keep the strike going longer so they can put pressure on the studios. It's cool. I'm legitimately, even though he has a ton of money and you can always say you can give more, I'm still impressed. It's the largest individual donation. It inspires other actors to do it. It's cool. It's a good move. I'm stoked. Okay. We're at 8:14. I think I'm ready. Do I have everything I need? Yeah, I think so. Jeez. Okay. All right. I think so. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball, Fuck it, we ball. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Marketing Monday, and I need you to do just one simple thing for me. Please tag yourself. And gentlemen, welcome to Marketing Monday on July 24th. Normally, I am very excited in these intros, but I have to be a bit more somber for this one because today, this might be the single biggest marketing fail that we've ever seen in 2 years of running this show. Yesterday, with 24 hours of advance notice, Elon Musk asked for the best fan-created logo. If a good enough X logo is posted tonight, we'll make it go live. We'll make go live worldwide tomorrow. With 24 hours of advance notice, Elon Musk took this logo and changed the logo, design, name, and branding of a 17-year-old website that he just paid $44 billion for, from this, a world-recognized logo, to this. Now, I am not the only person who's going to give a take on this, okay? You're going to hear basically the same take from everybody. This is stupid, okay? It does not take a marketing expert to tell that this just feels wrong. It feels ill-advised. A mess with an established, clean, understood brand. It has its own recognizable logo, its own recognizable trademark languages like tweets, retweets, quote tweets, things that like other companies would kill for to be part of the actual language of discussion. To change all of that to what basically looks like a porn site. In 24 hours is insane. Again, 5 of these tabs are porn. One of them is Twitter. That is bad branding. That is bad branding. Everybody understands that. A grade schooler, nobody could not see that this is a weird, off-putting choice. Ben Collins, this logo is giving extreme having a panic attack when you're screeching your own Zoom energy. It just looks bad. If it's not a porn site, then it's this. It looks like an app for a membership-only human trafficking gentlemen's club headquartered in Budapest. I mean, why like the scratch marks all over the X? It looks bad, dude. It's just instant, visceral. Anyone can tell it looks bad. And so this guy called it incel design. It looks like the dude wipes design. Yes, okay, understood. But everyone's going to say that, okay? There's nothing, if I just said that, there's nothing unique to this Marketing Monday. So I want to go a little bit deeper today. Everyone will tell you this is a bad decision, and it is. But let's get into the why. Let's get into more of what went on, because everyone's making fun of it. I mean, again, Duolingo declared themselves the alpha bird and is pissing on Twitter's grave. Okay. We can talk again about the many mistakes, because before we get into it, let's talk about the mistakes. So on the rollout, it's already been less than 24 hours and so many weird inconsistencies have popped up. So many bad pieces of news. First of all, the fan-created logo was taken from a $40 font pack. Wholesale. Look at the X right there. This is the company. They're projecting it on the side of the building. Speaking of that projection, by the way, while they were blowtorching off the Twitter logo from the side, it turns out they didn't get the right permit. So mid takedown, the SFPD showed up and stopped them. So now it just says The building's just sitting there saying with an X. X. But fine. Every part of the website is like weirdly non-functional. Some parts say tweet. Some parts say like the X official account is called @Twitter. It's still about.twitter.com. Still says retweet. The fav icon switches between the X and the Twitter back and forth. It's all been a little sloppy, but this will get figured out. This is not the problem. The real problem is this is probably going to nuke billions in brand value in a company that doesn't have billions to spare. The brand may have been one of the few things left about this company that Elon Musk still had under his name. And as he changes Twitter, well recognized, to X, and changes tweets to what is now called an X, it seems like his only plan is what has always been his plan, if you look to his history, for almost all the companies he's ever worked at. And that is what this guy calls the only business instinct Elon Musk has ever had in 30 years is, what if we called it sly grin crossing arms X? What if we called it X? Because when he was part of PayPal, he attempted to change the company name back to X. He started X.com, was acquired by PayPal. He was part of the PayPal company, was kicked out by the other PayPal executives because he kept trying to force PayPal to be called X. And they did marketing studies. They did a series of focus groups that showed customers disliked the brand name because it reminded them of porn. This is decades ago. Decades ago, they tried to change PayPal to X.com, which is a domain he paid $1 million for. And everyone said, hey, this is a bad idea. And he said, no, we're going to do this. And so they kicked him out of the company. This is like early Elon's origin story. Nothing would convince him, said Martin, the PayPal marketer. I feel for you, Martin, the PayPal marketer. As a marketer that's occasionally had to talk to executives, sometimes they just don't listen. But okay, what's his plan? What's the point of this? Okay, he's clearly loves the name X. He wants to change it. He's got a plan for Twitter. What's the plan? Well, first, maybe we should ask not him, but the CEO of Twitter. Anybody remember her? Did everyone else but me forget she existed? He said that she was the CEO and then she never spoke again, and he keeps talking about Twitter all the time. The whole point was to pass it off to her. She, 7 days ago, said, never second guess Twitter. It got like 8 likes. Well, I guess he did second guess Twitter because in this 24-hour turnaround, she's had to change her stance. And now she's saying, X is here. Let's do this. All right. She's on board. The let's do this seems very sad. It's almost like a resigned. Oh, let's do this. Here we go again. Let's look at the paycheck. Think of the paycheck, Linda. Think of the paycheck. So she is CEO apparently in name, and she had to defend the decision that was clearly made by Elon Musk. And she tried her damnedest. I'm honestly impressed. I have never seen a better collection of buzzwords. Because she posted like a 7-tweet thread. I'm sorry, a 7X thread. With this being the highlight, X is the future state of unlimited interactivity, centered in audio, video, messaging, payments, and banking, creating a global marketplace for ideas, goods, services, and opportunities. Powered by AI, X will connect us all in ways we're just beginning to imagine. I love the powered by AI to help try to pump the value of the stock. The Google method. I like it. I like it. But that whole sentence really doesn't mean anything. Because what are the actual changes to the website? Again, they don't have a lot of employees left. What are the actual changes? So far, from what's been announced, all I can really tell is like this. They're going to change the name of followers to viewers. Okay. Cool. Amazing. That's a big change. Okay. Truly, this is a global interactive change, a shift of the consciousness. They're gonna add a highlights tab that the designer of the highlights tab said, I don't love the highlights tab. I didn't know about this. No one seems to use it. This exists right now. I don't know exactly what it does. No one seems to use it. Okay. But this is one of the big changes of X. And finally, they're changing the platform color default to black. So I guess it has like auto, night mode. I guess that's kind of cool. Actually good based. Holy shit. That's the main things. Now he's made one more big promise, which is this.
Essentially, if done right, the X would serve people's financial needs to such a degree that over time it would become, I don't know, maybe half of the global financial system.
Wow.
Some big number. I'm not sure what the number is, but pretty big.
Oh, wow. Half of the global financial system is going to be on like the 17th largest social media site. Trillions and trillions of dollars will be shifted around through X.com DMs. I believe it. And I like when a CEO says, I don't know, some big number. It exudes confidence. It exudes like this is a real, well thought out plan and not something you're doing flying by the seat of your pants, making it up as you go along, and just making big promises like you've always done to try and trick suckers into giving you money. Except we might have examples of exactly that.
Tesla car next year will probably be 90% capable of autopilot. So 90% of your miles could be on auto.
We're probably only a month
2015.
away from having autonomous driving, at least for highways and for relatively simple roads.
2016.
The Model S and Model X at this point can drive autonomously with greater safety than a person right now.
2017.
We're still on track for being able to go across the country from LA to New York by the end of the year, fully autonomous.
2019.
Next year, for sure. We will have over 1 million robo-taxis on the road.
Next year for sure.
I'm extremely confident of achieving full autonomy and releasing it to the Tesla customer base next year.
When do you think Tesla will solve level 4 FSD?
I mean, it's looking quite likely that it will.
How can anyone trust what Elon Musk says about self-driving cars?
Or about a lot of these big promises. Again, he's promised robots that'll help us. He's promised Cybertruck for 4 years now. He continually makes large, grandiose promises and then just kind of moves on. Never follows up, never quite checks in on it. It also remains to be seen how a company is going to become the most trusted financial exchange, basically, in the world. if it has half of all global payments going through it from a guy who doesn't even pay his own bills. He is currently being sued by at least 6 companies for not paying his own bills at Twitter. I'm sorry, X. And I don't know how DMs, which is where the cash exchange is supposed to happen, are going to become incredibly more popular when they are currently being planned to be limited. They just announced they're going to limit extra DMs. You have to pay extra. So the average user can't even do them unless they subscribe. So I just don't know if I see the system, but I do see the idea. I don't see the path to get there. I'm not a genius like Elon Musk, okay? But I do see the end goal. I'm not joking. He does have an end goal in mind, and it is at least a powerful one. See, in America, all of these different apps compete in all of these different categories. Payments, social life, credit card, finance, shopping, chat, transportation, networking, dating. Dozens and dozens and dozens. Our phones are full with dozens and dozens of apps competing in a number of different marketplaces. But if you go to the East, specifically to China, every single one of these apps is in one app, WeChat, aka a super app. This app has everything in one and has incredible power within China. And again, the end goal that Elon Musk is looking for X is to create first Western super app that combines payments and dating and messaging and chat and information and news into one app that users spend all of their time on, because that's very valuable. The only problem is if anyone's going to do that in the West, it's this lizard. It's this vampire, okay? Because most of these apps in America are already owned by him. Okay? WhatsApp is already 1,000,000 times bigger than Twitter. Facebook already has shopping and you know, it's like, and payments. He is much closer to anything resembling a WeChat and still pretty far away. I mean, even Meta's new logo is literally a flipped version of the WeChat logo. WeChat Stages logo. I mean, they're not even different, bro. Okay, so I just don't think that Elon Musk has as much to smile about as Zuck does. And he's got one more thing to smile about, and it has to do with our good friend Ninja. No, I'll pause for a second for a wave of poggies. Okay, Ninja's on screen. I can't be talking. Just get it out. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take a quick bite of my food. It's just the reason Ninja is important here is because Ninja once streamed for a little site called Mixer, which was owned by Microsoft. Mixer's logo was an X. When this website crashed and burned and did not deliver the promises Microsoft wanted, they sold it to a rival streaming company, Facebook Live. Which means Instagram and Facebook owner Meta holds the trademark for X as it relates to online social networking services. A fact that I guess they didn't think of because of Mixer. Look at that X. So again, it remains to be seen whether Zuckerberg will actually fight for it, but this is an incredibly hilarious coincidence as the war with Threads continues on. Because again, while Twitter is still maintaining its 300 million sort of active monthly users, it is under siege from a well-equipped competitor. Threads. Again, Zuckerberg's still smiling. As we mentioned in a previous Marketing Monday, Threads surpassed 100 million users incredibly fast. But I think it's time for that frown or that smile turn upside down. Because Zuckerberg, while I do think he is ahead of Elon Musk in this business judo department, has also made a couple unforced errors. You see, Threads was pushed to launch early because Zuckerberg thought that Elon Musk's decision to rate limit Twitter temporarily would be the dumbest thing he would ever do. And he figured he should take advantage of that and get out the door. Even though Threads was unfinished, he thought nothing will get dumber than this rate limiting. I might as well force my team to launch early. Now, if only he'd known that if he just waited a month, Elon Musk would do something even dumber. He probably could have had more time to work on like a desktop app, a better chronological feed, direct messaging, all of the things that users are screaming for. And because they're not getting 100 million users, engagement has dropped like 70%. People, I mean, I go to Threads and like in many times it's a ghost town because it's all filled with brand posts. He was so eager to conquer Twitter and start making money immediately that he didn't think about, let's just keep it engaging for a little while longer. So again, it remains to be seen. Again, they haven't even started rolling out in Europe. They have tons of ways they can promote the app using Instagram and Facebook and everything else. They haven't done any of their weapons yet, but it does feel bad to get the 100 million users, and some of them just never will come back because they got bored quickly and didn't see it. So you really want to launch with more of what your app is gonna be. So I'd say it's a bad judo move. And what's a worse judo move for both Zuckerberg and Elon is that their greatest nemesis in the social media space, the dark horse that has been slowly but surely eating up market share of this social media space for the past 10 years, TikTok, today just launched their own text post system. Today. And TikTok is a well-funded, hungry competitor with very active users. So it remains to be seen what will happen to all three of these companies. But the focus here, and we'll follow up on that, but the focus here is on Elon. And really, what the hell is going on over at Twitter? What the hell is going on? This is a $44 billion investment. What is happening? We know the plan, but what is actually happening? Because that $44 billion that he spent about a year ago to buy Twitter is now down over 2/3 conservatively. Around $15 billion value for everything in Twitter, and that's before today's announcement. That's before X, okay? And I want to give you context as to what losing $30 billion in a year really means. Like, how common is it for a company to be run to where it loses 2/3 of its value in a year, $30 billion? So I came up with an example. Luckily, there's a company called Yum Brands. Yum Brands is a conglomeration of KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. Also the Habit burger, but not so many of those. Yum Brands is worth $30 billion. So it's a perfect example. Imagine if the 53,000 restaurants, 34,000 employees in 155 countries of KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut were run to $0 in 1 year. Imagine if I gave you complete ownership of KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut, and 1 year later you had changed all of their iconic brand names, fired most of the employees, lost the offices, lost all the revenue, and it was worth $0 in 1 year. It's a staggering business fuck up. There is no other way to put it. I like the seat warmers in Teslas. I like the big monitor. I got no hate for that side of the business. But there is nobody on earth that can tell me this was not a stupid decision where he has tripped over himself left and right for a full year. It's just been bad after bad after bad. And so I want to flash back. I want to flash back 1 year because this is an SEC filing that confirmed that on March 27th, 2022, when Mr. Musk started first looking into this whole thing, he was thinking of two options. One, fighting for a board seat and eventually taking control of Twitter, which he did. Or two, starting a competitor to Twitter. Starting a competitor to Twitter. What would that cost, you know? Some engineering time, get a building, hire some people, get a minimum viable product, grow from there. Interesting. Probably not that expensive. It's been done already by two other people, Trump and Zuck. It wouldn't cost that much. So what did he need to spend $44 billion to buy Twitter for? It certainly wasn't the employees.
What percentage of your staff did you fire at Twitter? One of the great business stories of the year.
I think we're about 20% of the original size.
So 80% left.
Yes.
So
I mean, a lot of people voluntarily.
Sure. But it's 80% are gone from the day you took over.
That's correct. Yes.
So how do you run the company with only 20% of the staff?
It turns out you don't need that many people to run Twitter.
But 80%? It's a lot.
Yes. If you're not trying to run some sort of glorified activist organization and you're not care that much about censorship, then really let go of a lot of people.
Turns out. Owned. Good job, Elon. Well, okay, you didn't want the employees. I get that. You paid $44 billion. You wanted to buy something, but it wasn't the employees. You only wanted barely any of them, and you brought in a lot of your own people. Fine. Maybe you wanted the buildings. Maybe you wanted the prime location in Silicon Valley. No, because you said over my dead body, you refused to pay office rent for anything in London, SF, or New York, or Colorado. So all of your offices are being either sued or repossessed. landlords are being stiffed, so you're not paying rent. Okay, so you don't want the offices. That's fine. Okay, you don't want the offices, you don't want the employees. Cool. Do you want, I mean, getting eviction notices in all these places. Maybe you wanted the advertisers. Again, Twitter had a healthy revenue base. It was basically cash flow break even. They made like 5 billion and spent like 5 billion. No. No, you didn't want the advertisers. You basically yelled at them all, bullied them all, and now advertising is down 59% from when you took over. Okay, you didn't want the advertisers. That's not, you wanted to make subscriptions. Okay, maybe you wanted the code base. Maybe getting your own engineers to build a new copy of Twitter that you wanted called X.com. You wanted to save time, $44 billion to get the code. Except I found this tweet from you in March where you said the code stack is extremely brittle for no good reason and will ultimately need a complete rewrite. Okay, so you didn't want the code or the employees or the buildings or the advertisers. My guess then, until today, would have been, okay, at least he wanted the brand. Because as of 5 minutes before I went live today, I checked the about page of twitter.com and it said, our logo is our most recognizable asset. Maybe you wanted twitter.com because tweets is a valuable piece of lingo. You have a great iconic logo. You have at least 300 million users. People know it. You can change it to your whim. But he didn't want that either. So what I'm really trying to get to the bottom of is why. What you've ship of Theseus every aspect of this company. You spent $44 billion for essentially nothing. You've kept nothing from what you've bought. And I thought I'd share a story that I thought was relevant to this whole discussion. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the first tweet ever made on Twitter in March 21st, 2006 by Jack Dorsey, just setting up my Twitter. This tweet was minted 2 years ago into an NFT by this guy who looks like a villain, a cartoon villain, who said, it's important to me who wants to, because he was going to resell it, but he said, it's important to me who wants to buy it. I will not sell this NFT to anyone. I don't think everyone deserves this NFT. By the way, he said, not everyone deserves this NFT. I really hope none of you have a screenshot tool. Right now. I really hope none of you have a screenshot tool right now, okay? Because you don't deserve this. Unless you're in his good graces, you don't deserve this. In 2021, this guy right here bought this NFT of this first tweet. Here, let me move this. For $2.9 million. In 2022, he tried to sell it for $48 million. He called it the Mona Lisa of the digital world. The top bid was $6,800. He chose not to sell. He would have diamond hands. He'd wait it out. This year, as of right now, well, actually, the day before X.com, I checked, and the top bid was under $4. This guy turned $2.9 million into essentially zero in 2 years. I hate to say it, but to me, this feels like the beginning of the end for Twitter, a 17-year company. And I can't help but see the parallels, okay? I can't help but see that Elon Musk did what this guy did, but 1,000 times as much money and twice as fast. With the creditors closing in, with the banks demanding that their large loan and the interest payments get paid back, I think there's a reasonable chance this thing will eventually close up shop sooner rather than later. You can't keep unpaying bills. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a moment and say goodbye to the Twitter we knew, and maybe even good riddance. And thank you for watching this update on Marketing Monday. Sheesh. And so tomorrow we have wins and fails, but I wanted to do just only Twitter today, X.com. I thought it was interesting. Cause man, what a fuck up, dude. What a colossal clusterfuck. This does not, doesn't make sense to me, bro. Nah, Twitter was used before Elon if you curated it. I think Twitter was fine. Twitter was a poorly run company before Elon. And I'll openly admit, when Elon first bought it, I have a video on my channel where I said, look, I doubt it can get much worse. I was like, Jack Dorsey is an absentee CEO, bro. Like, can you really change it that? Can you fuck it up that bad? And I have been blown away. I've been blown away, dude. Had he done almost nothing, he would be having a company that still is cash flow break even and he could slowly add payments to it. But every step has been worse than the last. Thank you for the raid, Dr. Battle. Thank you for the subs. Ren Wen, Shaky Bones, Long Boss, Glizzlord's Toenail, Luzaj, Garden Snake, CJ, Garuda. Thank you all for the support. Marketing Monday, appreciate it. I'm sweaty, dude. I was running on the treadmill, getting like awake because I've been up. I was like trying to pump myself up before. Thank you for the subs. I do appreciate it. Zadok, thank you for the 31 months. Physics, 5059. Atake, Samadella Camel for the 9 months. Rupee, thank you for the Prime. Ren, thank you for the 15. Blazlord's Toenail again. Thank you for another sub. Babelad, Alt1, Galen Jader, Clack, Cyberic, Crad, Magnus Band. Okay, thank you. Anyway, I'm gonna change shirts. Any other questions? Anything you want to talk about? Anything I missed in the news from this? Again, I have a ton of stuff to talk about, but I'm doing it in wins and fails tomorrow. I just didn't want to be talking nonstop for an hour and a half, so I just wanted to do x.com today, move on it fast. Yeah, we'll watch House today. We'll watch House at 9. What was at Beijing is tomorrow for wins and fails. UPS going on strike. I know, I retweeted it. I'm super stoked. We're getting closer and closer to like some big ass, basically general strikes. Although I will say this, man, it's so fucked up. So there's like, there's SAG-AFTRA, which is the Hollywood Actors Union, and there's Unity, which is the British Actors Union. But Britain has a law that prevents Unity from striking, like a sympathy strike, striking with SAG-AFTRA. They literally are not allowed to. So Britain is literally like open for business, and now they're just making like more Bridgerton and shit. Like there's so many loopholes in different countries that these streaming companies are using to just pump out more content because they can't make it in Hollywood. And it's frustrating me because it's bad for actors globally, but it's annoying. Did you see Zuck's tweet about rebranding to Twitter? No, link me. Zuck actually tweeted about it. Did you hear about India getting pissed off at Oppenheimer? No, but I do want to say I have some India news for tomorrow. Doesn't it make sense for Elon to buy Twitter because he gets a large user base? You know, a lot of that user base is tied into how the site was before and to the branding. People are very responsive to brands, dude. Changing the name and the logo and the verbiage, like tweet, quote, tweet, retweet, it removes a lot of what people attach to in the site in the first place. If you remove their familiar habits, they might, like, once Threads gets better or TikTok's thing gets better, it's dangerous. And look, Twitter was already small. What you don't understand is, like, he bought, a website that's substantial, but it's not the biggest social media website. It's still relatively small. It's much smaller than TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and everything else. And so smaller than Snapchat, smaller than Pinterest, dude. I mean, it's fucking, so it's just, it's like, it just feels so foolish. I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's the Zuck. All right, that's not real, is it? Is this real? Someone confirm. There's no way this is real. I don't believe it. Mark Zuckerberg put on Threads. We're rebranding Threads to Twitter. Oh wait, I lost chat. Oh, he's become a better poster, I will say. I think he just fucked up by coming out too early. If he had just waited till it was ready to go, like the day one launch, you got the 100 million quick. It's a good app. It's got more of that juice. I don't know, man. Because I like the idea of Threads, and I still look at both, but Threads is just more boring, bro. I have to call it as it is. It's just more boring. And so for me, who's been using Twitter for a long time, it wasn't enough to get me to switch. It's so millennial coded. Yeah, it does feel. But even as a millennial, dude, like it didn't even have any hilarious sorting hat memes. It had. I didn't have anyone talking about whether or not I'm Gryffindor or anything. It was just boring. It feels full of brands. Super fake. I just hope they can sharpen up a bit and get a better algo, more chronological algo, and I think it could be saved. Best tweets will now be best zeets. Oh dear God. I don't know what they're gonna call tweets, but whatever it is, it'll sound stupid. God damn, tweets is such a good. It's like it makes sense, like a little bird Twitter. It's a short message. It like was good branding. It made sense. People liked it. Best X's. You're gonna. So if you hate someone's tweet, now you hate someone's exes? That's weird. I hate your exes, dude. That sounds bad. Oh my God, it's a colossal clusterfuck, dude. Do you think Blue Sky is something real or it's cope? I think Blue Sky is like a kindergartner in a UFC match. Like if a kindergartner just joined an ongoing match, and you're like, will he win? I doubt it. Like they're just too small. Like they have like 20,000 users. You know what I'm saying? Especially that TikTok's involved. TikTok, Meta, Elon Musk, and fucking Jack Dorsey's side project, Blue Sky. I don't think they have a chance, but. Do you think Elon might reverse the rebrand? Dude, it would. It's gonna be so embarrassing because he went so all in. Like, the smart decision would be to do that. Be like, April Fool's late. Whatever, I was joking. Like, I don't know, to do something. But he's not going to. I think he's too stubborn. And he's not even the CEO. That's the crazy thing, is I feel bad for Linda Baccarino, who's the CEO of the company, who should be able to tell him, no, this is a bad idea. But she can't, because he's running the company even though he said he's not. He has reversed big unpopular decisions before. Yes, he has. But again, when you blowtorch the name off the company, like off the building, it sends a message. Like, that's more permanent. I don't know. He might reverse it. He might not. But I think it's really dumb. And I think he's kind of stubborn about it. She was hired to be a scapegoat. I think she was hired to help get Tesla stock up because Tesla investors were getting mad that he was spending all his time on Twitter. So he said, don't worry, I'm going to step down once I run the beginning. We'll get a new CEO and I'll focus on Tesla, which he did. He gave it over the reins to her, but then never stopped talking about Twitter. He at no point did he stop talking about Twitter and go back talking about Tesla. So it's a bit of a bait and switch. Oh, let me send this PowerPoint to Eric Sinchi because he's going to start working on that video. Let me save it as Twitter to X for Eric. Wow, PogCham. And let me go to my Discord. And wow, what a fucking go-getter. He's asking for the PowerPoint while I'm live so we can start working. That's fucking, I'm gonna double his pay from 0 to 0. Twitter to X for Eric. Where did I put it? Oh, by the way, I don't know if this is a Grimes thing or not, but his child with Grimes is also named X. Like, it's XAE or whatever, but he calls the child X. Calls him X. So, like, what is his deal with X? It's not a good brand. Okay, open file location. All right, 1 second, Eric. Let me get this to you. Hopefully I can upload it to Discord. Processing. Okay, it's gone. You got it. It's something called a mental disorder. I don't know, bro. Like I say over and over again, I think Elon Musk is a serial overpromiser, but we lived, especially in the past 10 years, in an environment of zero interest rates, free money, where like telling a good story was a great skill. So as much as I want to call him like a bit of a con artist, it's kind of responding to incentives in the market. You tell a big story, everyone gets excited, they give you a bunch of money, you try to make it happen, you get as close as you can, whatever, and then you just pretend you didn't say what you said. Some people did it well, some people did it badly, like the Theranos lady. But that's what worked for the past 10 years. I don't necessarily blame him for lying over and over again. It's what he's got to do to raise money. And he made himself the richest man in the world off that. And Tesla at least makes cars that some people like and they sell. But the Twitter stuff has been 100% bad. And I don't think you can call yourself a reasonable person and not a fanboy if you don't agree that like Twitter is just, this can't have been 5D chess, dude. It's just bad. It's just dumb. It's crazy they called it fucking tweets and got people to actually call it that. Yeah, it's like changing Googling. You're exactly right. It's like changing the word Google or Xerox or, things that like, if you're one of the or Band-Aid, imagine Band-Aid changing their name. It's fucking ridiculous. If you ever are lucky enough as a company to have your brand become cultural lingo, it's so powerful. It's one of the biggest, it's like on Threads, calling them Threads feels weird. They want to be their tweets. They should be called tweets. People call them tweets. And so to ruin that, to make them fucking X's is just crazy. Kleenex, Coke. Yeah, these are great examples. I mean, a third of America calls all soda Coke. That's fucking brand power. They call Pepsi Coke. They call everything Coke. I don't know, man. Imagine they change the name of that. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. How can they legally trademark a letter of the alphabet? You can trademark things like that in context. So they could trademark X in the context of social media. That way somebody else could be X for something else. That's fine. That's why, for example, there's StarCraft boats and there's StarCraft the video game, and they both have a trademark. The problem is Meta owns the trademark for X in social media because they bought it from Mixer. So I don't know even if they're even going to be able to get the trademark. It's fucking crazy. It's ludicrous. I mean, I don't know, man. The whole thing is, I thought the rate limit was going to be the dumbest thing I'd ever see from Elon Musk in regards to Twitter. I really did. I thought you couldn't get dumber than like rate limiting your own users and passing it off as a benefit. Like, but changing the entire branding is crazy. I just don't know what you spent the money on. Meta will want money for it, obviously. Yeah, it depends. They might, I think Elon is suing Meta for like stealing the idea for Twitter with Meta, with Threads. And again, they have no real case, but there may be a thing where they both just unanimously turn down lawsuits just to save money on like expensive legal fights. So I don't know. I think they'll probably get, I don't think anyone's trying to stop them. I think if I'm Meta and I own the trademark to X, I give it to him. Because if Meta somehow blocked it, do you know what I'm saying? And they had to go back to Twitter, it's like a benefit. If I'm Zuckerberg, I put this in a fucking mailbox and I send it to them and I say, you got me, take it. It's all yours for free. I pay them to take it. It's a gift wrap. This is the best thing they could ask for as they try to upgrade Threads. Yeah, never stop your enemy when he's making a mistake. Legitimately, it's baffling to me. Has Elon had X.com since PayPal days? Yes. He bought it for $1 million while he was at PayPal with PayPal money, tried to change the website to X.com. Everyone in PayPal said, hey, we did tests. We asked consumers. They think it's a porn site. They think it's dumb. We don't want to do it. He's like, no, we're going to do it. They kicked him out of the company. He was booted out of PayPal. It's one of his first big business things. And then about a year later, he said, can I at least buy X.com from you? And they said, of course, we don't want it. So he bought it personally from PayPal, and he's had it all these years. He's had it for decades, and now he's bringing it back for Twitter. What will Twitter blue change to? X blue, I guess. I don't know. Dude, make it X red and try to fucking really just lean into the porn stuff. Check Zeets. If we have to say best Zeets, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I forgot about SpaceX. Oh, he's done it. He named his kid with Grimes X. He got SpaceX. He's been doing it for every company, company after company. There's like the Model X, right? Or no, wait, it is Model. Yeah, Model X. Yeah. He's just been doing X stuff. He likes it, and he's got a ton of ex-wives. I should have included that in the marketing money. That's funny. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like so Fedora posting, dude. It's just tips. Like, X is not a cool letter. It seems cringy. Trying to force an X and everything and put like this weird all black. It just feels fucking Fedora pilled. It's like XX Elon XX. Yeah. Twitter pre-Elon was slow to release features because they quickly figured out they didn't know what the sauce was that made Twitter work. They wanted to make sure they didn't break something. I think that's a nice way to say they were very cushy and lazy. I think Twitter was a company that didn't care about growing or making. It was like a side project for Jack Dorsey, who never showed up. And when the CEO never shows up, the executives aren't really under a fire to do anything. They don't care. And if they don't care, their direct reports don't care. And if their direct reports don't care, then nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? The whole company is kind of like, there's no urgency for anything because nobody cares. Nobody's going to lose their job. Everyone's just chilling. They're break even on cash. They sit there. They do useless decisions. They just vibe. I visited Twitter office a bunch of times. I saw a bunch of people having a great time eating very fancy catered lunches every day. It was a beautiful, gorgeous office, tons of free food, nice things, 50-cent tweets on the walls. They weren't doing anything. Nobody was working, dude. It was a fucking adult daycare. X is definitely going to give it to him in the long run. So why Curtis Jackson tweets? I don't know. 50's got some banger tweets and they had them framed on the wall. They had a lot of iconic tweets framed on the wall. I bet right now all of those framed tweets on the wall are replaced with Elon tweets. Or X's, I'm sorry. Elon X's. Please give input on the Microsoft X trademark too. Well, you missed it, TDD Pipette. It's like if I do the whole Marketing Monday and then you show up afterwards and say, please give input on this thing that I already did some slides on. It's like, maybe just rewind, bro. We showed it. It's not even Microsoft, it's Meta. Microsoft had it with Mixer and sold it to Meta. More on the TikTok move. What do you mean? You mean the TikTok? Again, this is all new. If anyone's tried it, they can tell me more. As of today, TikTok added text posting. That's all I know. All I know is TikTok wants to get involved. They see an opportunity to compete with Meta, who had Threads not do so well, and Twitter, which is fucking up. So they added chat. They added text posting. Imagine saying, did you see this X this guy did? IMO pretty dumb, but this Elon guy is rich, so it must be genius. Fuck, I forgot that he's rich. Wait a minute. Retract everything I said. He's rich. He's like really rich. He's richer than Jeff Bezos. He's got it. Everything's rich equals smart, bro. Fuck, I'm an idiot, dude. I need to watch XQC's Marketing Monday. I mean, he probably likes it because of the X. Bezos is broke now. He's not even top 5. I think he is top 5, and I wouldn't call him broke. Just to be honest with you, I very much doubt that Jeff Bezos is broke. Although when he talks to his tax accountant, he certainly is, because Jeff Bezos is a pioneer of the strategy where you take out a massive loan for all your spending money. And so at the end of the year, you say you're in debt and you basically have no income. And the loan has almost no interest rate because you're, again, the richest man in the world. It's secured against your stock. Genius. Bezos pays less money than his fucking secretary in taxes. Yeah, that just works? Yeah. Well, it works if you can get a bank willing to give you a massive $100 million loan at almost no interest rate, secured against your stock in a company. If you don't have that, it doesn't work. I used to think he was the real Tony Stark. Now I realize he's just as stupid as me. I think he's stupider. I legitimately, or at least like has the wrong temperament. You know what I'm saying? I think here's what I think. I'm gonna be very generous here, but I'm gonna be honest. He has done some things very well, and there's skills that are valuable. I think the ability to get people excited about an idea, to sell people on an idea, is a skill. It's a power. He's a great salesman. He's honestly, or at least was. I feel like he's lost some of his skill. His promises don't have the same hit. After Twitter, his promises to me sound stupider. But for a while, from like 2014, in that era, like he was very capable of like getting everyone excited about an idea. He controlled his image better. And in that time, that's a very valuable skill because you can raise money, infinite amount of money. I mean, it's an incredible way to just increase the value of whatever you're pumping. He did it for fucking Dogecoin, dude. He could pump. He's just good at that. And so I think he's abused that power for too long, and it's getting less and less powerful. Being a con man shouldn't be a skill in any economy. I agree with you in theory. I think ideally we live in a world where money isn't free to borrow, and so the fucking biggest storytellers get the most money. I think the best builders should get the most money. But unfortunately, we don't live in that world for the past 20 years. So, yeah. Thoughts on the new cryptos coming out? I gotta be honest with you, I am Bob. I don't keep up with the latest shit coins. I gotta be honest with you, I am Bob. I'm gonna break some bad news to you, is that I don't know if you've figured this out from all of my previous streams. I'm not actually a big proponent of the crypto space. I actually don't think it's gonna revolutionize payments, and I'm kind of think pretty much every crypto activity is a large Ponzi scheme designed to separate the average person from their money. But you're wearing an SVB t-shirt? Dude, the amount of people, I wore I don't remember where it was. I had a TikTok go viral or something, and I just was wearing the FTX hat as a joke. And there was like so many, this was before even like everything happened in January. It was like 8 months ago or something. And all the comments were like, oh my God, this guy doesn't even realize that FTX, like it was all the comments were like, haha, FTX hat, your opinion doesn't make any. And I was like, bro, it's irony. I'm doing an irony thing. I wear the failed companies. It's, there's like, they don't get the irony. And it was making me bald. All right, house time, I think. Again, I want to end around 10 o'clock so that I can spend some time with my wife. My wife. By the way, look at this. She's not gonna want me to share this, but I want to share it with you because I think it's cute. There's just her. She fell asleep on the couch, and then Maya jumped up, and then Chevy jumped up, and they both snugged into like the curve here and the curve here and fell asleep. And they were all asleep, and it made me really happy. And so I took a picture of it, and then I knew I would lose my phone eventually because I always do. So I posted it on Instagram because I was like, I just want to have this photo because it's a very sweet photo, and so I saved it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this stream for the past few weeks, we've been watching the TV show House from 2006, a show about a very good doctor who's does very illegal things, who luckily saves the day, but often does things we can't agree with. And it's been very fun to watch it with chat. We basically just make fun of it. It's been like a pretty good time. We make fun of it, but also it's just a good stream show. It's probably one of the best stream shows I've ever had because I haven't seen it. Like, I haven't seen it since 2006, so I don't remember anything. It shocks me. It shocks me how some things have aged. And then chat, it's a good time. So we're going to watch an episode today. We are currently on season 3. And if you enjoyed Marketing Monday, thank you for watching. The video will be on YouTube. Check out the YouTube. Editors have been working their ass off to make some great stuff. Quack's got a video coming out, his first, since we came back. Appreciate the support on the YouTube. It's been really nice. Thank you very much. And so now we're going to end the stream, end the marketing of the stream and do House. I'm going to grab a quick snack. or actually just water. Get some snacky, get a drink. I'm gonna turn the lights off and we're gonna watch House season 3, episode. Let's see. Ooh, I heard this is a good one. Wait, someone in chat said this is a good one. K Sarah, November 2006, season 3, episode 6. I think this is a good one. We're gonna watch this one now. Oh, this one's a banger. I know, but everyone's been talking about this one for the past 3 episodes. Like, I can't wait for this one. So, what will be, will be. Yeah, I get it. I'm Latino. I married in. I fucking know what it means. Get snacks. Okay. Bro, X videos was trending all day today. So stupid. So stupid. Oh my god. It's just like, come on, dude. It's just funny because to have the exact team at PayPal tell you, hey, look, here's studies we did showing consumers think X.com seems like a porn site. We can't do this. And then to make that same mistake 20 years later is fucking crazy. I mean, it would be so funny if like, there's no way for this to happen though, because he has full control. He has complete control. If all the executives and Linda somehow found a way to revolt and kick him out. And turn it back to Twitter. But they can't. I mean, he bought it. $44 billion, you get full rights, dude. Maybe he just turns Twitter into a porn site, I guess. Okay, let's watch.